Hey guys, so this is going to be a little bit of a different video than I have filmed in the past, but I really think that, I don't know, I just want to tell it because it is part of my story and it is kind of funny actually. So today I'm going to be telling you the story when I got salmonella poisoning in a foreign country. So let me start off by saying I lived in Uruguay from July of 2019 to March of 2020 when the COVID pandemic started. So I was there as a church missionary and I lived there full time obviously, and I was supposed to be there for a year and a half, but because of COVID it got cut in half. So Uruguay, it's a really tiny country, so I don't expect a lot of people to know where it is, but it is between Argentina and Brazil, kind of like in the corner between them on the Atlantic Ocean. It's really tiny. It has a population of 3 million people in the whole country, so like really tiny. And one of their foods that they're known for is called a milanesa. It's chicken or beef, and it's like smashed down really thin and then breaded and then fried. The thing in America that I think of it is the closest to is like a chicken fried steak, like a breakfast chicken fried steak, but it doesn't have any gravy or anything on it. A lot of people like mayonnaise on it. Their mayonnaise in Uruguay is superior to any in America, but I will pop a picture of a milanesa like right here to show you guys what it is. But so as a missionary, a lot of the members of our church feed you lunch in Uruguay. Some places it's dinner, some places it's lunch. In Uruguay it was lunch. And this elderly man, his name was Hermano Silva, which is Brother Silva in English. But he fed us every Thursday, and he always fed us milanesa, which we were always so excited for because it was always so good. He cooked it so well. This particular day, me and my companion went over there to eat, and we noticed it was pink in the middle, and it is like extremely rude not to eat food that you're given there. So we both kind of like choked it down, ate it, and we were walking home because we studied after lunch sometimes, and I started to feel sick, but I decided that we could keep going. I probably just had to use the bathroom because their food made me sick a lot of times in general. So we went on about our day, and it came to be like 9 o'clock at night. And this is kind of where the whole story takes a turn, is we had to walk like 10 miles to the end where he lived of our area, and then obviously we had to walk home. So we were kind of around that area that day because we had to walk all the way there. And the buses ran really funny hours at night, so they came like every 45 minutes. So we decided to walk home because by the time we waited, we would have gotten home or almost home, and then we'd all have to pay for the bus. So we were walking home, and I seriously have never felt so sick in my whole life. It was so, like my gut I felt like I got stabbed in the gut with a knife. It hurt so bad. But we're walking home. I didn't think I was gonna make it home because felt like I was gonna puke. But we get to like probably less than a mile from home, like probably a half mile from home, and I started puking on the side of the road. I puked probably 4 or 5 times, and I felt like I wasn't gonna make it home. So we just sat on this, it was like a cement wall, and called a taxi. And my companion is obviously taking care of me. She's freaking awesome. I absolutely love her to this day. But we took around our cameras with us because we wanted to take pictures to send back home to our families and stuff like that. And she ended up, we figured this out after the fact, but she set her camera down on this wall that we sat on. And when we got into the taxi, she forgot the camera, and we never found it. We went back the next day and we couldn't find it. But we had this taxi drive us probably a half mile home. It was the dumbest money we've ever spent, but I seriously could not walk another step. And I went into the bathroom, I puked, I had so much like issues with my tummy, and I couldn't get off the floor. I was so weak, I could not like have the strength to get off the floor. and it was very scary. I have never felt like that, so weak where I can't even pick my body up. So in this bathroom, we had 2 bathrooms in our house, which was really rare, but it's the only one that had hot water, and it was the downstairs bathroom, so it was closer. I like slinked myself over to the shower and turned on the water and just fell asleep. I fell asleep on the shower floor with the hot water like hitting my back, and we had like a step with our shower stuff on it, so I just laid my head on the step and fell asleep there. And so my companion came in. She was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not okay. Came and woke me up. She helped me like get dressed and helped me up the stairs. I would walk up like 3 steps. We had like 12 steps, so not very many. They were like a really, really sharp U. So I'd walk up like 3 steps, have to sit down and take a break for like 10 minutes, and then walk up another couple steps and then take a break. And keep in mind, she's helping me walk up those 3 steps. Like, I was so weak. So I make it up the stairs after like a half hour to travel up like 12 steps. And like I said, she helped me get dressed. And I was crying because I'm like, I'm sorry you have to see my naked body. I don't want you to feel like this. She's like, shh, quit crying. I'm gonna help you get dressed and then you're gonna go to bed. So I went to bed. I slept. Obviously, we stayed home the next day because I was still sick. We stayed home for the next like 3 days because I was so sick. And I just slept, and we had to go get crackers. I wanted crackers. That's the only thing I felt like I could eat was crackers and like Sprite. And so we had a corner store like around the corner, like less than a block away. And so I had to go with her. That's one of the rules of being on a mission, is you have to stay together. And so I get dressed, I think it was the next afternoon, because I finally felt like I had enough strength and I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't keep anything down. And we walked to the store. I had to like sit on the corner, like down the street. Like we had lived on like a cul-de-sac kind of thing. And once we got to the main road, I had to sit on the sidewalk and like rest because I didn't have a lot of strength. And then we walked just the rest of the way to the corner, literally the corner, so less than a block, to the store. And I sat in their doorway because I didn't have enough strength to stand in the store while she bought me crackers and Sprite. It was really bad. So then, and she bought me a lot of Gatorade too, because that's what our nurse had said, was to buy Gatorade. And so, same thing, I had to rest a couple times to walk less than a block because I was so weak. And I just sat on the stairs like that whole day because we had like a table into our kitchen. And so she would sit at the table and like do her studying and stuff, and I'd sit on the stairs drinking my Gatorade. And we didn't buy Gatorade because in that area we didn't have Gatorade to buy. So we had to make Gatorade. It was the worst thing I've ever had to drink. I forgot because we could buy it in my second area because we were closer to Brazil. So we had to like buy juice packets, like Kool-Aid packets, and then buy table salt and sugar and like make our own Gatorade. It was so gross. And she like would pour me like, it was just a small glass, like tiny glass. But before I could go upstairs to sleep again, she'd make me sit on the stairs and drink it. And it took me like probably 20 minutes to drink it because it was so nasty. But yeah, it was really bad. And it took me 3 or 4 days to recover. I couldn't eat for those 3 or 4 days, hardly anything, because I'd throw it up. And it was very scary. I don't think I have like a fear of like raw chicken now because of this. And because I almost like crapped my pants on the side of the road and I was barfing all over the side of the road. So that is the story of how I got poisoned by chicken, by salmonella poisoning. Do not recommend, like 150,000%, do not recommend getting salmonella. It's not worth it. It would have been a lot better if I had just told him asked him to cook it more, because after he found out that I got super sick, he was always like, do I need to cook it more? Do I need to cook it more? And I'm like, no, it's fine. He overcooked it after that, which was so nice of him. But yeah, that is my crazy story time about the time that I got poisoned. I hope you guys enjoyed, because I look back on it and laugh now. Like, me and my friend Lily laugh about it, but at the moment it was super scary, I've never felt so weak in my life. I think that's what was scary to me, is that I'm in a foreign country. I don't speak the best Spanish. I was fairly proficient at it at that point, but their medical attention is not the same as ours. It's not saying it's bad, but it's not the same, and I was scared. So yeah, that is my story. I hope you like it, and please subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified the next time that I post, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.